Hey y'all, it's Dawn, and I'm so glad you're back. I've got another fun, budget-friendly DIY video for you today. This is another collab, and I'll tell you more about it in a minute. Now for the first DIY. After removing all the glitter from this Dollar Tree pumpkin, I taped the stem with some painter's tape. I then used Waverly Moss chalk paint and painted the entire pumpkin. It took 2 coats of paint and I dried it with my heat gun between coats. I used this large chalk Couture stencil to create a beautiful plaid pattern on the pumpkin. I placed the fuzzing cloth on the sticky side of the stencil so it wasn't quite as sticky. I didn't worry about doing the entire stencil because my pumpkin is small. I laid the stencil onto the pumpkin and lined it up. I used a Mod Podge squeegee and gently rubbed it onto the stencil to make sure that the stencil was stuck down and had no bubbles. I applied the Chalk Couture Shimmer Pumpkin Paste to the stencil using a mini squeegee. I covered the entire stencil where the pumpkin was and then removed the excess paste by gently pulling the squeegee across the stencil. I gently pulled up the stencil in an upward motion. And just look at how cute the buffalo print is. I set the paste with my heat gun and then applied a thin layer of Mod Podge to the front of the pumpkin. I found this cute cut file on design bundles, cut it out with my Cricut, and applied it to the front of the pumpkin. To finish off the pumpkin, I applied Mod Podge to the top and added Spanish moss. I wanted to make sure the pumpkin would stand up by itself, so I added a tumbling tower block to the back. To finish it off, I added these little berries and the original raffia bow to the pumpkin. And just look at how adorable it turned out. You will find links to the items I used for this project in the description. Be sure to check out my Chalk Couture site to see all the stencils and paste colors for your next project. I removed the florals from these 2 Dollar Tree pumpkins. I had these Dollar Tree stickers in my stash and decided to put them on the pumpkins. I placed each of the beaded stickers down the indentation of the pumpkin and pushed them down to make sure they were secure. To make painting the pumpkins easier, I placed a skewer in the bottom of the pumpkin and painted one of them with Waverly plaster chalk paint and the other with Waverly moss chalk paint. I distressed the plaster pumpkin with the moss paint and the moss pumpkin with the plaster paint. To finish off the pumpkins, I pushed a stick into the pumpkin to form a small indentation. I put hot glue in the indentation and then added the stem. I used some Dollar Tree wired twine ribbon to make these cute little curly stems for the pumpkin and glued it to the top of the pumpkin. It still needed something else, so I also glued Spanish moss to the top of each pumpkin. I don't know what it is about this fall, but I have fallen in love with creating unique little pumpkins. And oh my God, this is one of my favorites. Just look at how stinking cute these two little pumpkins turned out. I think they are adorable. What color would you have painted the pumpkins? Let me know in the comments. I think the moss and plaster looks amazing together. As I mentioned earlier, this is a monthly collab that I absolutely love joining and participating in every month. It's the 5 for $5 challenge with some amazing crafters. The hosts are Missy from Crafty Cove DIY and Emily from Farm Charm Chic. This month's co-host is Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY. All of these women are extremely talented, and I'll leave a link to their channels in the description, along with a link to this month's playlist. Be sure to check out the playlist to get inspired to create some amazing fall tiare tray decor. I got a set of these 4 leaves at a yard sale a while back and thought they would be great for this project. I got a large box of fall decor for $5, and these leaves were in that box. I used some fall colored scrapbook paper from Michael's to cover the leaves. I cut the paper to fit each of the leaves. I wanted the leaves to be covered on both sides, so I folded the paper in half and cut it down the middle. I added Mod Podge to both the back of the paper and to the leaf and pressed them together. I used a Mod Podge roller to remove any air bubbles and then went around the edge of the leaf with my finger and a squeegee to form a crease. With the first leaf, I went ahead and added the paper to the back, but I would suggest completing each side individually. This made removing the edges of the paper tough. I cut off the excess paper and used a finger sander around the edges. I sanded the paper in a downward motion until it was removed. By using a downward motion, I was able to get the paper to tear at the edge of the leaf. I did the same process on the other 3 leaves using different patterned paper. And just look at how cute the leaves turned out. I love all the different patterns, and they look amazing on this fall tier tray. This is going to be a super easy, fast DIY. After removing the glass from the small yard sale picture frame, I painted it with Waverly ink chalk paint and dried it with my heat gun. I then dry brushed the frame with Waverly plaster chalk paint. I painted the cardboard backing with Waverly moss chalk paint, dried it with my heat gun, and then applied Mod Podge. I had cut this cute little welcome fall pumpkin out of some scrapbook paper I had gotten from Michael's, and it fit perfectly into the frame. I placed it on the cardboard backing and inserted it into the frame. And just look at how stinking cute this super simple, quick and easy DIY looks on this fall tier tray. I found 2 of these Dollar Tree coasters in my stash and thought I would use one of them for a large tag for a farmhouse garland. I painted the front with 2 coats of Waverly white chalk paint and let it dry. I used 2 coats of apple barrel King's Gold for the back. I thought it was a very fall looking color and would be perfect for the idea I had in mind. I painted the middle section with apple barrel black paint. I found this cute fall cut file on Design Bundles, and you'll find a link to Design Bundles in the description below. I get a lot of my cut files from them, and they are priced ridiculously low. I cut the design out using my Cricut. I applied it to the King's Gold side of the tag using my Mod Podge roller. I purchased this adorable cow stencil from wish.com and got it in less than a week. I sprayed the back of the stencil with Elmer's Craft Bond and let it dry for just a few moments. I didn't want it to be too sticky, but I did want it to keep my paint from running under the stencil. I positioned the stencil on the round tag and rubbed it down with my Mod Podge roller. And let me tell you, if you do not have one of these rollers, you need one, whether you use Mod Podge or not. I used a Dollar Tree makeup sponge and a clothespin to apply apple barrel black acrylic paint. And I used the pouncing method all around the stencil. I then dried the paint with my heat gun. I removed the stencil and was shocked at how good it turned out. Let me tell you, I have never had much luck with stencils, but this time using the Elmer's Craft Bond worked great. Now for the garland itself. I used 20mm and 25mm beads for the garland. I felt like since the round tag was so large, the garland beads needed to be large also. I strung the beads on a piece of twine until I was happy with the length of it. I then wrapped more of the twine around my hand several times to create a tassel for one end of the garland, and attached the garland to the tassel. On the other end of the garland, I attached the round tag by tying the twine in a knot and trimming it. I think this farmhouse garland turned out so stinking cute. Let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to check out the playlist in the description. And if you found me through the playlist, I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you will consider subscribing and joining our little family. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching and supporting me on this journey. You know I love you all. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Happy crafting!